Man is man, too many still lost, of course. All is mental, many still paying the cost. For not elevating, their study was limited. No need for Moorish armies, man stay militant. Just here to make you not think options. Get your mind right or soul sold on conscious auctions. Heirs with the self-knowledge, use thought contortion. Empath demons drinking GMO food concoctions. Tempt you with distortions, soul sold extortion. Suicidal pure thoughts into like abortion. Introspection often, when at the cross-section. Watch them going to and fro, righteousness deflection. Wisdom detection, avoid the subjection. Feeling chakra cipher, pass mid to the subsection. Feel goosebumps like a string section. Retrospection, invasion, mirror reflection, occupation.
Man, so crazy. They don't even want their own mind, yo. They don't even want their own mind, yo. Crazy.
They brought it so can't scratch this out. Who am I? I'm in the backyard of master's house. Alert lineage came from an apple now. Moving from where you at, quit your pretending. That your daddy when your mommy is dead. Your amendment can't ratify with logos. Cast them out. Where the back jeans go, yo. Nowadays they got them painted on with logos. Yo, yo. Cover of your promo. Homogenized with apron on. Black colonized patriarchs with no matriarchs. Golden days of the Moors, Piscean days are gone. Moon sign, double eye, watch my mouth. Your eye deuce, you can't see chips. Mind ruffle, don't see which, just stick, you get beat with. Out here.
Why not in this state? So we don't play RPM all day. Ain't no small way, we take the Lord's way, the Moorish way. We guardians, all the men, Moorish Americans, national.
Life is attention. What I give my attention to is fulfilling this overall purpose, this path that I pursue. Many minor interests grew to be study topics for me. Animals and blood grew to molecular biology. Moving to the suburbs with few melanated like me stimulated my interest more in learning my ancestry. My ability, I identify similarities to such a degree. Most fields are the same with changed terminology, obviously. There are others that know the truth. If you will join in our pursuit, combining what we know and do. I knew at one point I would label and anoint myself with an occupation, paying taxes, proving that I help this government, which is a corporation, no debating. I hear some do still different stages for some while awakening, making it into the office in time. I find that this particular 9 to 5 grind ain't fully aligned. So I rewind, step back, calculate, reestablish self, strategize, apply, activate, to instate alternate ways to resource generate. More important, occupy land with fam and keep faith.
Truth is truth. We build, find multiple ways. Still, need to maintain what does exist, protect and guard.
Well, let me welcome our friends and colleagues from Morocco for this very important first session of the U.S.-Morocco Strategic Dialogue.
I stay up, never sleep, place we gotta go. That way, yeah. Nation deep, Mufti's on the road, 70. I stay up, sleep ain't in my plan. Walkers, there they go, trying to sense the process in my land. We get all the profits in my land. God bless all the profits in my land. Take off on my flight before my land. Yeah, my land. Buried in hate, shine with the love. I am a god. Honor my fam, longer my days. Guy in a shot. I thought of Hail Mary, get bloody like Carrie. Die in my prime, like busting the grape, then pressing rewind. Get better with time, I fall home to the fortress. Memorize all the records of the Moors, lie buried in my conscience. Library of the Congress, lies buried by the context. 1492, talk about the Spanish when it came to conquest. In real life, playing contraband, trying to fill with the contraband. Hard life for an honest man, all night for my daughter. On a hot block with no matzah pen. My land, that's express trust in the plan. Drew Ali, prophet the man. Who I be, Conway Stevens. Yes indeed, this be my land. I stay up, never sleep, place we gotta go. That way, yeah. Nation deep, Mufti's on the road, 70. I stay up, sleep ain't in my plan. Why? Cause there they go, trying to snatch the process in my land. We get all the profits in my land. God bless all the profits in my land. Take off on my flight before my land. Yeah, my land. Yeah, my land.
It's not a city corpse. 10,000 years haven't been a corpse. Foreigners came to my land pointing guns and swinging Jesus cross. Empire, not a cityscape. 5 atomic, not shitty lakes. Continent, not Turtle Island. Noblemen, not a wild man. Home is North America, not a stranger, but the landlord. Free white people, not Negro, black, Ethiopia, colored. Navigating with my water. Blacks are still getting slaughtered. Nationality, the order. Foreigners create war borders. Calling themselves governors since they can't call themselves babe. To keep you in ignorance, they replace the E with the A. Keep you defended, always a defendant. Kill your brother over sneakers, but when the highwaymen kill you, you won't defend it.
I stay up, never sleep, case we gotta go. That way. Nation D, move these on the road. Whoa, 70. I stay up, sleep ain't in my plan. Why? Cause there they go, trying to snatch the process in my land. We get all the profits in my land. God bless all the profits in my land. Take off on my flight before my land. Yeah, my land. Yeah, my land. Whoa, I stay up.
Islam.
Place we gotta go. That way. Nation D, move these on the road.
It is a violation.
I stay up, sleep ain't in my plan.
Dignity.
Trying to snatch the process in my land.
Long affair. Blood.
God bless all the prophets in my land.
Name of God. True and lasting peace.
My land. My land.
I self-law and or am master. Focus on breath when mind or heart moves faster. Focus on higher when lower self is set tripping. And we'll make up the bed or clean the kitchen. When little voice speaks, inner ears open, listen. Change the world, merge action with vision. Learn through symbolism, numeric metaphysicians. Extraordinarily moving with synchronism. Repetition, rendition, cognition. I self-law and or am master. Focus on breath when mind or heart moves faster. Focus on higher when lower self is set tripping. And we'll make up the bed or clean the kitchen. When little voice speaks, inner ears open, listen. Change the world, merge action with vision. Learn through symbolism, numeric metaphysicians. Extraordinarily moving with synchronism. Repetition, rendition, cognition. One with Allah from belief to fruition. Thought ammunition, mental inquisition. Circumstances will do their best once in position. Bliss you instead of bless. When a Christian sneezes, immune system of facts. Mass for diseases to the source. We all return, that should be celebrated. From the body plantation, so released, not regulated. We all fall victim, we're all called Christian. But Islam is our faith, restore all faith. We all fall victim, we're all called Christian. But Islam is our faith, restore all faith. We all fall victim, we all called Christian. But Islam is our faith, restore all faith. We all fall victim, we're all called Christian. But Islam is our faith, restore all faith.
Render unto Caesar. I don't need a Constantine, I mean a constant reminder. Sounding like my Sunday school teacher. I learned to discern the divine order. If I don't move my foot, you can't step over. Now you see why your ocean was murdered. Secret orders in the chamber, Asiatic pictures. 7 Ethers or 7 Esters. Fellow children or a child cursing scriptures. 69, an infinite number, put it together you would discover. Finite thoughts and limits each other, there's no boundaries. Jah, Ya Allah is same energy. Different prophets with different remedies. 5 principles, same frequencies. Echo through the halls of Manipri. Don't be mad at me. Islam to the world. Philosophies and principles. You emotional over personals. Divine and national. So let my vine and fig grow. Past the Negro. Pass to the Negro.
Peace and love, y'all. Islam. All the Moors, all the non-Moors, all the Asiatics, melanated people, non-melanated people, friends, family. Peace. Man, we could find some things just in a simple dictionary. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to keep saying it. Check out Asir the Duke of Tears. His scholarship that he did on the link between the adrenochrome, and the cryptocurrency. Now, a lot of people don't want to hear this because they get all upset with me. People get upset with me when I tell them, hey, don't be too much with that cryptocurrency, because I'm telling you, it's a setup as far as they're using your energy and the energy that you put towards it, or the attention, to garner the blood or the adrenaline, right? The adrenochrome from young children. All right. And you can prove it in a couple words that it all makes sense. What we do a lot of times, we go, oh, well, how? We want to know the whens and hows and the whats and everything. Peace and love. But this is the adrenochrome link. It's in the very words themselves, Islam. All right, so check this out. They call it cryptocurrency for a reason, right? Crypto. Let's read the definition. This is going to be real short because this should really sum it up. How there's a link between cryptocurrency and adrenochrome, which is a chemical that comes from the adrenaline gland, right? Remember that. Islam, everybody. Peace, Mom. Now, crypto. One who adheres or belongs secretly to a party, sect, or other group. So you're like, okay, if I do crypto, I'm basically a part of a group. What group? This is the people we're talking about who garner the adrenochrome. You say, well, that's not really proof. That's not strong enough. All right. But you know that you're adhering or belong secretly to a party, sect, or group when you're trading cryptocurrency. That's the secret group, the crypto group, or whatever, the cryptocurrency people. How does it link to the adrenochrome? Look at the word crypt. Okay, all we got to do is look at the word crypt. Now remember, adrenochrome is adrenaline that comes from the adrenaline glands of tortured children. A crypt, Latin, crypta, Greek, cryptos, hidden, right? So if one, it says a chamber, right, as a vault or wholly partly underground, especially a vault under the main floor of a church. All right, well, that's not too. Now, church, who's running this kind of stuff? The Vatican is running the crypto, the adrenochrome situation. But that's a whole nother thing, whatever. Here's where the nail in the coffin is. The second definition. Crypt, a simple gland, a glandular cavity, right, or tube. So when we say that the crypto, the secret party or sect that is all about adrenochrome milking children, they even call in the cryptocurrency something that has to do with glands, like an adrenaline gland, right? Where the adrenochrome comes from. A gland in the body is a crypt. So cryptocurrency, gland currency, or adrenochrome currency, that is from a secret party, sect, or other group. Okay? So the setup and the foundation of cryptocurrency linked to the adrenochrome milking of children in their adrenal gland is right there. So I would highly suggest you beware of all cryptocurrencies, because it's backed by the glandular excretions of tortured children. Now, I'm just saying, do your research. Look into Asir the Duke of Tears and all that kind of stuff. And you're going to see crypt. It's right there. Plain English. A simple glandular cavity. Okay? So cryptocurrency is adrenochrome currency, which is from the adrenochrome or the adrenaline gland. Okay? Very simple stuff. It's all in the words. Why would they pick cryptocurrency instead of digital currency? All they had to do was say digital currency. All they had to say is, digital money or something like that. All right. So this is an old dictionary. 1926, I think, is the first edition. Or this is why the more as we teach, look at root words. So obviously the root word to crypto is crypt, which means a simple gland, a glandular cavity. Adrenochrome. Cryptocurrency. You can buy adrenochrome off of Alibaba. All right. So we got to be very cautious with how they having us move, because the only true backing to any money, especially here in America, why it was written as gold and silver, is because America, or what we call the North Gate, Morocco, or so-called North America, was known anciently as the Temple of the Sun and Moon. This is the Temple of the Sun and Moon. This is the Sun and Moon's favorite land area to resonate close to. And what are the metals of the sun and the moon? Gold and silver. So this crypto, or this crypt money, crypt from a gland, the adrenaline gland of children, is literally what they're telling you what cryptocurrency is. All right, so do your research. Look into the Seer Ducateers. He has more on it. But don't be a part of a secret party sector group if you don't know what's really going on. You feel me? What did he say? What word is cryptography in there? Cryptography, yeah. Cryptography, the enciphering and deciphering of messages in secret code. So there you go. Cryptocurrency. All right, secret code, all this kind of stuff. Remember, the root word is crypt, which can also mean a simple gland, i.e., backed by the adrenaline gland secretions of children. All right. Ain't no big mystery. Ain't no big whatever. But that's just a short one for today, y'all. Take that and apply it well, man, and just navigate out here, because you don't want yourself spiritually attached to anything, especially when it comes to money and greed. And I'm just going to be real. You know how it goes with this kind of stuff, with money and these things. Once it becomes popular, the chances of you getting rich off of it are probably slim now. If you would have been talking about, Bitcoin and the dream cryptocurrency 8, 9, 10 years ago, you probably be rich right now. But if you just now coming into this thing in a I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying that's what they always do. It's the Popeye chicken sandwich syndrome, right? It floods the media. It floods the everything. They always had a so-called some type of chicken sandwich, I thought, whatever. But the bottom line is, once it flooded the media, everybody rushed the line. And then what happened? They ain't had no sandwiches. You feel me? It's the same thing with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and all this kind of stuff. It's funny. It came across my eyes years ago. Probably like 2013, 14. And I was looking like, wow, digital money. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of whatever. If I was going to make a move, it would have been then. But I'm glad I didn't, because now I know what it's connected to. And once you know something, you have a spiritual obligation to either act on that or to, not act on it. But don't be a part of the problem, because the adrenaline they want to derive the adrenochrome from is melanated children. All right, let's just be real. Ours is the most potent because of the melanin, the electricity of the dark-skinned person. All right, the purity of children is what they like, but the melanated child's adrenochrome is at a even higher bracket. All right, they pulling the rug on the whole thing. It's just a, you know what I'm saying? It's just like anything. Once it gets popular, it's probably over. It's probably over. We just got to be smart enough to realize that. But we can unify. We can unify and decide to make our own state. We can decide to use the tools that were left for us by people like Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who left the whole system and setup, but we don't want to do it because, you know, Moors is a club or a cult or something and not a bloodline, you know, of all Israelites, Canaanites, Moabites, and all that kind of stuff. We got to get out of these isms and schisms, and we got to start to realize natural history, natural bloodline, all right, and operate on that level. We got to realize that we are ascendants to the throne and heirs to that, you know. And I'm going to do a piece here in the near future about the difference. What does that really mean? Because we say Moors are dark-skinned people, you know, dark hair, dark eyes, and all that kind of stuff. So what about your like Central American Moors? What about your so-called like Colombians and modern day Argentina? You know, they got dark hair, dark eyes, but they got pale skin. So I'm gonna do a different little class or a little thing over them and what we've been missing about that paradigm and who they are and why they are Moors. But it gets not complicated, but it'll make sense when I come back with that. But I'm gonna do a presentation on that so then we can know where everybody fit. But just know if you have woolly hair and your hair can lock up and get locks, and you have dark skin and dark eyes, of course, then yeah, you are of the noblest and original bloodline of the earth, the Asiatic. Okay, so I'll get back to y'all on that. So peace and love. Beware of that cryptocurrency. All right. Once again, beware of that cryptocurrency. You do not want to be trading children's adrenochrome out here and their glandular secretions. All right. Peace and love, y'all. High honors Prophet Noble Drew Ali and all the active Moors in the world. Islam.
Happy holy day to all the Moors worldwide. For all the Janus celebrators. For all the lovers of Rome who are going to be blowing their stuff and all that stuff at 12 midnight and all that. Just like they told you crypto is really adrenochrome. Ain't got nothing to do with it. No such thing as digital currency. It doesn't exist. The same thing that New Year in January doesn't exist. That's a Roman god that you're worshiping. And you don't look Roman. So what are you doing? You don't look Roman. I thought New Year is when stuff start growing. No. So obviously you've been played just like they played it with Easter bunnies and just like they played it with tooth fairies and all that stuff. They've been playing you with some New Year. When it's still freezing tomorrow. What's new? What's new? Something new out here? You getting something new from ice? Other than a cold drink? So it's a game they're playing. Janus, Lord of the Beginnings. Two-faced spirit. Able to see all directions and perspectives. Isn't that how they're doing our people? Have them looking all over the place. They don't even know what to look at. Aren't they dealing with our people with a two-face? On this side over here, they're going to make you president and all that stuff. And you're parading up and down because you got president. And then on the other side, they choke you out in the street. Isn't that two faces? And you still don't realize that you're honoring Janus. Janus is the first spirit invoked before any invocations, sacrifices, or offerings made to other Roman deities. So that's why on the 1st of January, they worship Janus, because it's a ritual that they have everybody in on, because people have strayed away from their foremothers and forefathers, which is nature. You know, nature's a foremother, right? You know, nature's a mother. So if she's a mother, that means she deserves honors, right? And then nature's past. Nature been here. Nature ain't some new stuff. So why would you not honor nature, but honor some Roman god that you don't have nothing to do with? Oh yeah, because he violated Noble Drew Ali, who told you that we're giving Christianity and all that stuff back to Rome. January 8th is going to be our Christmas. We don't need no December 25th for our Christmas. Our Christmas is January 8th, because that's our prophet Christ's birthday. They got their 25th of December guy who came, and then the Moors brought all this stuff, the manger and all that. Well, we have our own Christ. We don't need these people's Christ. We're Moors. We don't need Janus celebrations. We're in tune with nature. Now, it doesn't mean, you're not going to go pop the bottle and stuff like that, and, you know what I mean? Do something with the energy that they're putting out there. You might as well go get your scoop. Yeah, jack the energy that they're putting out there for Janus by being at the thing. You're not Happy New Yearing or whatever. You're just there, getting what you're supposed to get. Which might be, that one drink a year, because, we don't, ain't nothing, take a shot or something like that. They ain't doing anything. 5-pack a day chain smoker stuff or whatever like that. Might have that one big blunt with them, They just happen to be, doing their thing, and, you're here. You know what I mean? They might just happen to say, you know what, we're gonna do the vegan buffet this year, because, everybody's going to vegan now. You know what I mean? You don't celebrate nothing, but I'm sure you'll take home some Tupperwares or whatever like that. You don't have to cook for the next couple of days. So we're not saying cast away, the bathwater and the baby. We're saying recognize it for what it is. It's a ritual that they're doing. And then they have you putting energy to their God. Why do you think they're ruling over you? You're giving their gods all your energy. Giving their gods to the energy to the point where they're giving our people, right? Negro, black, colored, whoever's, dirty Moors and whatever, are giving them, the so-called enemy, the colonial foreigner, so much energy that the foreigner is actually using our stuff on us. That's how much energy they're giving them. Right? Case in point.
Katie, we operate, as a constitutional militia. So, when we come across illegal immigrants, we don't.
This is how I know everybody was cooning when it came to rap.
So we knew everybody was cooning when it came to Rise of the Moors. This is how we knew that everybody was cooning. especially people on our side? How come they're not talking about Patriots of America, militia? How come all these Moorish Science Temple of America and all these whoever else out there, they're not saying that these people are criminals for having a militia? How come there's no videos on the Patriots of America militia? If we punch up Patriots of America militia, only their stuff pops up. You have people making 3-hour videos talking about why they should have arms and they shouldn't do that and all that stuff. You're not seeing that. You only see that with Moors. The Patriots of America missions, this is what they do. This is what the Patriots of America do, right? Which again, I thought their government was United States. Why are they talking about America? Shouldn't they be talking about Patriots of United States? What America are they talking about? Well, what do you mean Patriots of America? They're Patriots of Chile? They don't look like Patriots of Chile to me. They don't look like Patriots of Brazil and Patriots of Guyana. They don't look like Patriots of Atlantis Islands. They look like modern European colonists. So if they're a patriot, that's to U.S. That's not to America. Defending our God-given constitutional rights and the rights of others. So I bet you, if we call them up, they're going to be in favor of what Rise of the Moors are doing. They're going to be saying, no, those guys can't do that. Because according to them, according to their mission, defending their constitutional rights and the rights of others. But it gets interesting. Assisting various law enforcement agencies with issues relating to border security and protecting Texas citizens from dangerous illegal migrants? Dangerous illegal migrants? What do you mean? What do you mean? So hold on a second. So they're not police. They're a militia. And their mission is to stop indigenous people from traveling in their own land. Remember, they're not police. Do you understand that they're not police? And do you understand that nobody, no one, none of these people who are talking BS about Rise of the Moors, no one came and said anything about these people who are violating the rights of indigenous people? Because you already know that you already know Absolute pulled the ad showing California and all these different states being part of Mexico. Why they pull the ad for? Who was pressuring them to not put out the ad with Mexico being all up in so-called U.S.? The distillers of Sweden's Absolute Vodka have withdrawn an advertisement run in Mexico that angered many U.S. citizens by idealizing an early 19th century map showing chunks of the United States as Mexico. The billboard ad has the slogan, "In an absolute world," slapped over a pre-1848 map showing California, Arizona, and other U.S. states as Mexican territory. These states were carved out of what had been Mexico lands until that year. What do Swedish people, Hold on a second. So a Swedish vodka distiller. Sweden. Use a map for their ad that came from America to show that, you know, such thing as the United States before a certain time. U.S. states didn't exist. Remember, these are some Swedish people. They're not people in North America, South America somewhere. These are Swedish people. Oh, just in case you never saw the thing. Right. How do they know that? And if Mexico goes all the way up in there on a map, why they pull it? Because that would put a cramp on all their fake police militia BS playing the game of violating constitutional rights and the rights of others, while protecting their families and their communities from domestic terrorism and violation of their rights. Yeah, and Swedish people weren't even talking to U.S. They're talking to some Mexicans. And U.S. is stepping in like, hey, why are you telling you can't talk like that? You can't bring up maps from the 19th century. You can't do that. We already colonized these minds. And we want to know how come they never said a word. Right? This militia talking about they're rescuing children and minors and they're helping at the border for illegal what? You people are foreigners. All you patriots of America, militia people, you're foreigners. And again, if these foreigners could have a militia and nobody's debating them, why are people debating Rise of the Moors and what they're doing? The only reason would be because that they're Moors. There wouldn't be any other reason. There wouldn't be any other reason. Because they ain't saying anything about anybody else who got arms and all that. Nothing. Not a peep. Not even a 1 minute video saying, oh, look at these guys. They have guns. These are nothing. Only people they did that with was Rise of the Moors. And the only people they still do that with is Rise of the Moors. Everybody else, they're free to do a militia, do whatever they want to do. They'll shoot up schools and all that stuff. It doesn't even matter. But let some Moors have some arms. It's problems. It's problems, as we see. And then you get to really see how corrupt the stuff is if you're really in tune with what you're supposed to be in tune with. Or you're going to be like these sellouts telling you Rise of the Moors is doing something wrong, but they're not going to tell you that patriots of America are doing something wrong. They're going to say, oh, it's okay for them to do that. But it's not okay for Moors to do it. Now, when Moors do it, it's sovereign citizen domestic terrorism. Right. Oh yeah, not even the enforcetheconstitution.org people saying anything. Right? Because these are the same ones who said that they couldn't help Rise of the Moors because Jamal called the highwayman an officer. So he gave him jurisdiction. But then they're going to tell you $300 for a consultation and have Uncle Sam on there. Why they got Uncle Sam on the stuff? How are they talking about Drew Ali and then they got Uncle Sam on here? No, because of 5-point star? I tell you $300 for an hour. What do you mean $300 for an hour? For what? 300 for what exactly? Don't tell me this BS about, oh, well, because, you know, we took hours and hours of studying, so we, no. This is a birthright. Give up what you have. Stop the BS. And then people are only going to go pay the $300 because they know that these people are doing lectures with Taj Tariq Bey. And then these people, enforce the Constitution people, are doing the same thing, the exact same thing that Shayla Moore Bey and Tracy Gale Bey and all of them did with Moorish Consulate. And look where that ended up. And here comes another pop-up and look at you. Look at you. You just got played out of the same House of Reawakening Minds too. You just got played by the consulate people. You just got played by them. Because still nobody told you where Shalimar Bey is. And why he left the consulate and all that stuff. What do you mean? He was the front piece. What do you mean? What do you mean the front piece is stepping down? And everybody's slowly stepping back and all that stuff. And people are still talking about there's consulate and all that. Right? They went off the diving board into the empty pool with the Moorish Consulate. And then now, oh yeah, the badge vest guys now. Now these are the super Moors. Telling you $300 for the stuff that they got, which is a birthright that anybody's supposed to be able to do. They're telling you $300. And then people are paying. And then people will even ask a question like, hey, I was just wondering, what day do you guys meet a class? Oh, they got an email. Oh, well, if you need a consultation, that's $300 and book your thing on the site and just push the button and all that. You think because they're on the stage with Taj Tariq Bey, they're somebody. Because they discharged or whatever, they're somebody. You still think that that's what this is about? Following after somebody again? The master teacher, we already showed you videos of the master teacher saying, don't follow him. Don't follow him. Well, I saw Lamont Maurice L. and Taj Tariq Bey on the stage together, so that means that he's credible, right? I should listen to him? Should I go on their website and follow their stuff? It's $300 for you. The same way you're complaining to me about them. The same way you're complaining to me about them and asking questions to me about them for nothing. You just called my number, I answered the phone, and we have a conversation about what you're talking about. You're not setting up no appointment for a consultation to go over something. People are playing you. $300. Servant is worthy of his hire, nothing. The sovereignty that you got, you didn't get that from some Moroccan whatever. The sovereignty you have comes from the people. Sovereignty doesn't come because you studied some stuff, because that's how you got sovereignty. And don't tell me about some 5 people said that you're the whatever. consuls. You know, all these people are some vampires. Just sucking off the master teacher. Sucking off him. We heard the backstories. We know people who were there. And see you people take advantage of him. And he'll just let you. So you just do it. Now they're the new and improved Marrakesh society, these guys. They're consular. Now they're the consular guys. Now these people are the consular people now. 300 consular assistants. Just give up the goods. Is it a writ? Is it I need to go talk to the president of the company? Like, what is it? Just give it up. We have Drew Ali up here. He took away all the secrets and they're telling people 300 so you can give them the, well, you know, we have to go through all your stuff and it takes time to, you already know what's up. If you're expert, they tell you, I got a ticket for blah, blah, blah. Oh, all right, that's that writ. Next person. I got a child support. Oh, child support file. There's a child support writ. Next person. If your stuff works like that, you're sitting down going over anything. You're dealing with a foreign occupying force, more than likely. You're not dealing with a Moor who got violated by somebody. You're dealing with somebody who has a Negro issue. They proclaim their nationality. Negro issue still exists, and they need to deal with it, but they want to do it as a Moor. And not do with it in the Negro like they got into the issue. But you're not going to tell them that, because then there's no need for you now. We are playing you. You know how many hours I be on the phone? And in my heart, I can't take people's finance. They offer it. I need finance to talk to you on the phone about your issues. Especially if I know that I can help solve them. What do I need finance for that for? I really need finance for that? Really? People are playing you. They're playing the holier than thou. They have all this information. You got to check them to get the information because they're the guys. Because look who we're with. Look who we're lecturing with. We're all over. We got the badges and we got the passports. We got all the things that you need to be a more. But then they're telling you 300 and all that. Why don't you just give up the stuff? If it's like that. What did you always say? If you don't do anything else to kill your nationality, give you all the books, give you all the literature that you need, and then get and where's the finance at? If you're a plagiarist, you can go to RV Bay Publications, cut and paste for free, and make 2 books, call it yours, and sell them. That's how much free stuff is on there. That's how much free stuff is on there. And then if you do have to pay finance, it's $5. 8. You ain't talking about no 300 for a paper, for a sheet of paper. 300? 300 for a phone call? You are being played. You better wake up and stop playing around with the traders. Don't do it. You're only going to play yourself. Telling you, you're only gonna play yourself. And then you're gonna come back to us after complaining about, well, I did that. I mean, why? We already told you. We've been telling you these people are traitors. You see them hanging around Tashriq Bay. You think they're somebody. Like he's the well, if they're around him, that means they must be. No, that's not how, that doesn't work like that. No, you're highly mistaken. You're highly mistaken if to think somebody is in a picture with somebody, so that means that they're the same. They ride with each other. No. Mm-mm. Don't be naive. Don't be that gullible. And again, it's only because this came up just today. Just today. More was just weirded out. It was just weird. Like, yeah, I'm just emailing you about whatever. And the response email is, well, yeah, you could set up the thing with the 300 and then we could sit down with your case and we'll figure out what are you talking about? I went on your site, I sent you an email. Let you know who I am, you know what I mean? We met at whatever. And the response is 300. We're supposed to be Moors. We're supposed to be Moors. And they're telling you, no withdrawal, this and that, but 300 for an hour phone conversation. Do the math. How much hours in a day? How much dumb people you think are going to pay? And we're saying, even if you get out of it, more reason why you paying 300. If it works like that, there's no way it should be 300. And then you have to ask yourself, you know what I mean? Why are they having Uncle Sam on this stuff? Why are they in bed with U.S? Why are they Moors, but they're in bed with U.S? Like, remember, these are the same people who got something to say about Rise of the Moors, but never said a word about these Europeans with their colonial activity, talking about they're stopping immigrants from stuff. Now, one word. Right? They got the stuff that works like that, but they're not going to help their brothers who got kidnapped because they called a highwayman officer. But they're the consulate, whoever. Right? They're the consulate, whoever, but they can't just make a call and say, yo, put them in our jurisdiction. They're Moors. They had a red flag with a green 5-point star on it. And you know that's how it works. Because if you're the man, you're not going to do something on the court floor. You're going to the judge's house. You're going to the ranch of the judge. And you're going to have a conversation with them about dismiss this. If you have it like that. So if you're a consul, you have it like that. If you're a consul, that means you can go through any door. Right? Just like diplomat. Diplomat, they don't get stopped by highwaymen. That's not their jurisdiction. Highwaymen will never pull over a diplomat car. Never. It always has to be a superior jurisdiction. So if they're claiming they got jurisdiction like that, if they got it like that, then why are these Moors still locked up? You should have been made your calls. You ain't sending no writs to anybody if you're a consul. What writ? If you're a consul, you're calling them directly. They know who I am and all that stuff. They got writs from me. They ain't know who you are. They don't care. Especially if you're in their pocket. Why would they care? Of course they might make you get away with some stuff, make the stuff look good. You know what happened when you did your 5 years or whatever? They could have bought you. Now you're the man. Everybody's supposed to chase around you because you're not playing those ones. And especially since you're riding with the same people who has their stuff registered at the church and they're talking about reawakening somebody. They ain't reawakening anything if you're a church. Just like Moor Science Temple of America, that's a church still. Right now, 2021, it's a church. The sign says Moor Science Temple, but the registration paper says church. Now, if that's the church still with a different sign, then they're getting their finance in the back. They didn't give up the status. They lied. They lied years ago. They didn't give it up. They're still getting their back stuff. They're pretending. That's not Moor Science Temple. They're pretending. You go check the record where we registered at. And it's registered as Moor Science Temple with free national names on there. It's not some Negro thing. Elgin Bay is registered our temple. It wasn't the corpse that did it. It was the church, and then now the church is pretending is using some different name and all that. Oh, Money Green, push the button. Put them on blast. Because I can't. I'm in the hole right now. So I can't cuss everybody up. Yeah, pretty much. You better be like water. If you've never seen it yet, it's pretty good. Be like water. The only way you're going to make it through, right, is Raleig's the man. You'll make it through the fire without the water. You won't make it through the fire without the water. And don't get caught up in the personage. Right? If somebody's telling you, we're Moors, praise Allah and all that stuff, would I tell you 300 to have a conversation? Me and Moors build. Me and Moors build. They don't say, I'm going to charge you, and I don't say, I'm going to charge them. We build for hours. And we exchange information. Over the years, the amount of hours Moors built and got something from the build, not you know what I mean? This is some one-way street, whatever. Right. That's that brotherhood and sisterhood stuff that transcends, you know, your issue. Because most of the time, when you're dealing with novices and fetuses, it's because they have an issue. It's not because of them sincerely wanting to know or they're sincerely learning. They're studying because they have an issue. They're not studying because it's a beautiful thing to know and have knowledge of self. So these individuals prey on people who have issues. And we're saying to the people who have issues, this is not about getting you out of issues. That's not what being a Moor is about. Anyone presenting it like that, oh yeah, oh well, you know, something happened on the news, oh well, you know, what he should have did was have the registrar of the senator form filled out, and as soon as you hear them talking like that, you know that they got something to sell you. You know they have something to sell you. They have to have something to sell you because they're relating the information to your issue. They're not relating the information to know who you are, more history, more science, more. It's tunnel vision, your issue. Right? Oh yeah, this information is the issue. That's not what this is. This is about learning. This is about getting your self in a certain realm that you could maneuver on the earth plane and be one with everyone and everything that's here too. To the best of your ability. There ain't no need for arguments and anger and hate and whatever like that. Those are anomalies. You're supposed to be one with nature. That's just what it is. But the unnatural has to keep the imbalance. So there's going to be dirty Moors. There's going to be traitors. There's going to be, you know, thieves and whoever else. If they want to get you off of your frequency, they want to get you off of your vibration. Right? You thinking that modern Europeans could have a militia, but Moors can't have a militia is going to throw you off. Right? And then you're thinking like that because you heard a Moor not say anything about the Europeans, but say something about Moors. So you think it's all right for Europeans to do it. When they're doing it to violate you. Or your cousins or whoever. Which again goes back to the whole thing with the energy and them putting the energy on Janus so they can have the ability to see forward, backward, see in two phases, see in two perspectives at all times. The perspective for their superiority and the perspectives for our inferiority. And then we're going with the perspective of our inferiority. Because why would they go against the brothers and not say anything about the Europeans? That's unfair. That's when you found out somebody cheated and it's like, why do you cheat? You messed up the game for everybody. Right? That's what the traders are doing. They're cheating. Because they already know what the outcome's going to be. And again, when you see them when you see them have open avenue to be able to present their teachings and you know, give their expertise on certain things that you know, they would have studied and whatever like that. Yeah, all that's good. I mean, if it's information and it's helping people, yeah. But when they start talking about, well, you know, there's a deeper level and you have to give your finance to get there, there's issues. Because why didn't you just give us the deeper level at the lecture? Because we've seen some of the stuff that, you know what I mean, they're doing with Taj, and it's the same stuff. They ain't saying anything. People who've been in it since 08, they ain't saying anything new. Like what are they presenting? Enforced Constitution. Yeah, we've been known that. What do you mean? Like, what's the big deal? What are they presenting? Right? Just like we say with the thing earlier, you know, with the crypto, right? That's just dictionary. You look that up. That ain't some metaphysical and all that stuff. It's a dictionary. A dictionary, then use your common sense, and then light bulbs start going off. It doesn't going into the bottom of the thing to pull out the book, and all the dust and all that stuff, and you go into the pages with the gloves and all that. It's a dictionary. And what's profound is the fact that that's where it's at. It's not in the little blow the dust off book. It's in the dictionary. It's been sitting there for the whole time. You just never looked it up. Which goes back to the 5 hindrances, you know what I mean? The stagnancy, the laziness. I ain't gonna look up about Mars. I'm just gonna go over here and listen to this guy because he has a fez on and he has the vest. Oh my gosh, he has a badge and all that stuff. He must be a Moorish sheriff or something like that. No, that's Lamont. Like that's the Moor from back in the day that tried to get the houses. What do you mean? That's the guy who did years and all that. The same foreigner that kidnapped the Moors, that she should have something against them. They kidnapped him. He should be mad still with them. Tell people 300. You're doing everything in his power to try to bankrupt these people who kidnapped him. Even though they're bankrupt already. Right? That's like somebody, like last week or something, somebody said, oh my God, did you see this or whatever? Like, oh my gosh, let me see, what is it? Moors in court, Marrakesh, 12 years ago. Like, yo, you know what this is? This is. Yeah, but look, they had the judge, and then the judge. No, you're late. You're late. Don't go to court trying to do that stuff. Because they will lynch you. And burn your body and bury you. Right? Marrakesh doesn't even do the stuff they did in that video anymore. And people are pushing that around. Like, yeah, look at it. You try that stuff in court right now. These people will eat you up right there on the court floor. Carve you up right there and eat you. Just because they know that you're definitely not a studier. You're not a real Moor. You're just a Moor because you had issues. Don't be a Moor because of issues. Because when that issue's over and the Moor stuff saved you, you're supposed to be riding with the Moor stuff 100 now. Not going back to doing the nigger stuff because you got off using the Moor stuff. Yeah, sucker born every minute is no joke. Sucker born every second. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Be careful, Moors. Some of your own wearing turbans and fezzes and in temples that are registered as churches. Pastors with turbans on now. I'm going to put you into slavery. Be careful. Be careful. Because your own is going to be the one to tell you 300. These people are about to take your head off tomorrow. And they're talking about, well, give me 300 and I'll see what we could do. When they're supposed to have the direct connection to the guy holding the rope to say, hey, not this one. Yeah, but not this one. Remember you owed me one from the other one with the thing. Not this one. Yeah, he's a Moor. Yeah. I vouch for him. Everything he says is 100. Nah. He called him an executioner. He's not supposed to call him that. He's supposed to call him, we can't help you. Alright. But you're not going to say anything about these European militia people? Nothing? Could we have somebody who has a problem with Rise of the Moors please make a video about some European militia? Just so you could balance it out a little bit. You know. Just balance it out a little bit. You're really looking like some traitors. I mean, you're on stage with the master teacher. We don't want to believe that y'all traitors, but then again, you know, Shalimar Bey was a traitor, and Tracy Gale Bey was a traitor, and Light Tajiri Bey was a traitor, and all of them were in the same place, and Shem is a traitor, and all these people are in the same place. DJ Bey is a traitor. And all of them are repping for the same thing. Finance. Finance. That's all they rep for. All they rep for. iSelfLawMaster.com and all of these people, traders, all of them. Why? Because if their stuff works like that, they should just be giving it up. Just give it up. What's the problem? If the game's rigged, why are you charging me? And you know the game. So you know the game, but then you're charging me. And then you're charging him, and then you're charging him, and you're charging them, and you're charging them. Be careful, Moors. Your own is going to put you right back into slavery, and you wouldn't even know that you're in slavery because you never thought that your own would do it to you. But your own are criminals too. And you don't hear any BS. Well, the Moors can't get along. The Moors need to shut the hell up. Moors need to do nothing. Moors need to be themselves. Stop trying to be stuff that they're not. You're El Beid de Al Ali, okay, so just be that. You be making up stuff to be. Why are you making up stuff? Just be yourself. Why is it so hard? Moors just be themselves. I'll be everything else. Stop it. Be yourself. Study Noble Drew Ali. Study him. And really take in what he presented. Other than that, you're about to get played. I could smell your phone call coming. I could smell your phone call coming. He's gonna, told you so. Did he tell you? Stop playing around with these people. Did he tell you leave their stuff alone? Oh, you can't get them on the phone? Oh, interesting. Oh, they're not answering, huh? They're not returning your emails? Yeah. You don't wonder why? Peace and love to all the Moors, all the true and faithful. Honors to you. Honors to all the mothers out there. Honors to all Moors. And supreme honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Don't forget Noble Drew Ali Day, January 8th, 2022. Canaanland Guide at gmail.com is the PayPal. 25 notes and sit back, relax, sip a bunch, smoke a backs. So, peace and love to all the Moors. Honors, supreme honors to the Prophet. Happy holy day to all the Moors worldwide. Enjoy your Venus Day. Islam Moors.